Terry, I was so tired, but when I hear that little song, it
It just
pumps me up.
invigorates you.
Yeah, I got all pumped up, and all of a sudden I have this big smile. But before I was like, oh, I was gonna say, I just flew in, and my arms are so tired. I don't know why.
You should have hitched a ride on the spaceship.
Yeah, I keep, I don't know. I keep thinking of corny jokes. I think the beginning of my life was just TV. So I
Yeah.
don't know, Terry. What hours were you allowed to watch TV when you were growing up?
We couldn't watch it after school. We could watch it after supper after we had our homework done. So
I was wondering what hours was it available? Like, what?
That's true, but I used to watch it. Well, 6 o'clock. My parents always had to watch the news, so I could probably watch TV between 7 and 10 o'clock.
Oh
Because
yeah.
then at 10, I'd have to get ready for bed. So,
Oh man.
those were the hours. We couldn't watch it before supper, so I would make sure that I get my homework done as soon as I got home from school.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Hmm.
I don't remember what the hours of TV were, but I think I know when I was little, my parents used to go to sleep with the TV on, and I would sneak in and I would change the channels, and it had that noise. It would go bap, 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 and I would just sneak in there, and I would sit at the end of the bed, and I would watch TV. I was scared to miss things.
Yes.
It's so funny. I would know when everyone was asleep because my dad snores so loud. And I'm like, okay, that's the signal. I would time it. And I'm telling you, I probably was no more than 3. And I'm like, okay, there's the signal. And I do wait.
Well, for us, when I grew up, hard to believe, but there was only like 2 channels that I could watch. So it was very limited programming as I got older. But for the first in the 60s, I mean, where I grew up in the country, so we didn't have great television signal, so we could sometimes get a 3rd channel. It was kind of iffy, but yeah, so we'd only have 2 channels, sometimes 3.
I know what you mean, because I remember we watched Purple Rain, but there was all these lines in the movie because we didn't really get that channel, and it was just lines or whatever. I don't know why I'm talking about. But it was just funny because
We're just nostalgic tonight.
Yeah, and so yeah, we had those channels, but then at the end of the night, then the flag thing would come on.
Oh, we had a test pattern of
a banner or something, like we would have the end of the night and stuff. I remember Sunday being so bored that I really used to watch Lawrence Welk on Sunday, and then I literally was like, "You really didn't have any choice. I'm watching 60 Minutes."
and two, and that was. Well,
I like Lawrence, and then
whoever didn't have to watch Lawrence Welk, they were very fortunate, because for me, that was the only thing that was on. We got it on Saturday night.
Saturday, I think for us it was
Saturday night at 7:00.
At least the dresses had glitter on them. It was really nice. All these little glittery dresses. I even remember watching Hee Haw and Sha-Na-Na. Sha-Na-Na. Ooh, that tells people how old I am. But it's okay. It's okay because I just got carded this weekend.
Listen, I watched American Bandstand, so there you go. I'm dating myself.
Dang, American Bandstand. I think that might have been still on. That was still on when I was young. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This was the.
But then we had Soul. Then they came up with Soul.
All right. I'll tell you. I'll date myself. I remember watching the Beatles on Ed Sullivan.
See, I don't know nothing about Ed Sullivan. I mean, I know about Ed Sullivan, but yeah, now you got me. She one up me, y'all. She's a one upper. She one up me because she went all the way to Ed Sullivan.
I went to Ed Sullivan. Yeah.
I know. Hollywood Squares, all that stuff. I have no idea why I'm talking about this. I'm just talking about it. Just talking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been fun. How was your weekend?
How was my weekend? It was good.
Dude, you always sound like something is happening. It sounds
No,
important. Like,
it was
how
a good
was your weekend?
my weekend. I had a quiet weekend. It was a good weekend. And I did a lot of meditation. So
Wow.
I got to clear a bunch of stuff out. So that's why it was a good weekend.
In my class, they taught me never show the label unless they pay you. So
Okay.
Anyway,
No free advertising from you.
no free advertising. No Tommy Hilfiger here. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's so funny. Yeah, I had a great weekend. It was a real go with the flow weekend. I found some events on Eventbrite. I didn't really know. I was like texting the people who organized the event to say, hey, is this happening? Did anyone buy tickets? And then no one said anything. And I just got the tickets and I was like, I'm going to do it anyway. So Saturday I went to this event and had a really good time, met some new people. Then that night, a thing popped up, something I thought was in 2 weeks, but instead it was like Sunday. And I was like, go for it. And I went. And yesterday was Sunday?
Yeah.
Because today is Monday night, y'all. So we're recording ahead because I still have class. And I met the coolest group of young creatives in
Florida.
Orlando, Altamont area. And I was just blown away at the sweetness and the kindness. They were so focused, career-minded and focused and beautiful and sharing information. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And I had a fun time. I spent like 4 hours in high heel shoes. I was doing a runway walk yesterday. Didn't even expect to do it. And I really had a good time. And I got some great pictures. So people will start to see the pictures pop up on my timeline of me doing my plus size modeling. And hanging out with some new people and doing some new things. It's coming full circle for me, and more every day I'm realizing like these things that I desired to do in the past, in my youth, and in my, even when I had my son, I still wanted to do some things, and then life happens, and you're too afraid, and then just kind of move on. But it's evidently it had to be put down on paper in a way for me to see that is a part of myself that I can't escape from. Like even when I'm busy or life happens or having kids, but then there's still this thing that kind of brings me back to these old goals that I had, that if it wasn't even pointed out to me, maybe I wouldn't realize, like, remember 17 years ago when you had this idea? Maybe let me see. Remember back in 2009 when you went to school for film and digital media, and so now it's 2025. Good Lord, that's 16 years, and I'm back to.
But I'm
here now, right? I'm here now.
I'm going to suggest something that there really is no time, but we'll go back to that going on the interstate and we get waysided, right? And like you're driving down the interstate and then you take a detour off to the side and you end up spending time and then you finally get back onto the interstate. Meanwhile, this detour is taking you around, but you're back on the path that you were meant to be on. You had distractions. Yeah. You got off the interstate, but you're back on the road again.
And on your way back. In some cases too, maybe it is a thing about yourself that you're trying to suppress or escape, or maybe it's something you didn't maybe have the time to or the courage to partake in, but
now
you
you've got that.
fundamentally,
Yeah, there's no time. Yeah, I mean, you set a goal, but you didn't say I had to do it by January 1st, 19 or 18, 2015, right? You had a goal that you were thinking of, but you didn't know exactly what it was, right? You knew basically what it was, but now that you're back on, now you see something. But before it was vague. It was just a direction that you were going in. But as you started, moving forward, now you see something that you're wanting to, work towards.
Right. So in a broad general sense, though, there's this personality or parts of yourself that are going to keep coming up. And at some point, you have no choice to obey.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I'm going to tell you, talking to James Rink and Tony Rodriguez, right? Because I was talking to each one of them at separate times about the memories that they had.
Right.
And there were things that Tony had the memories on his own. James, I guess he had a regression and had the memories. And so James said to me, Erica, at some point, whether it be 2015 or 2021, I would have reached the same fork in the road where the memories or the decisions came to me building or becoming or coming into who I am. It was really no escape for me.
Right.
And so
I think those are those nexus points, that they're going to happen. They're going to happen no matter what, whether you're going to, whatever road you choose, there are certain things.
Ooh, like those books.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call those books? Books where you choose.
Yeah, I kind of think I know what you mean. Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm going to look it up. It's these books. So he was telling me, like, you can do it today, Erica, or you can choose later, right? Like you can try to escape it, but no matter what, let me say the books you read and choose the page or ending or ending. What are they called? Oh, it's on here. Wow, you can hear me typing on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. You know what it'll sound like? It'll sound like you're doing it.
Oh.
Choose your own adventure books.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's what they're called. They might have another name.
Yeah.
Might have another name. Mm-hmm. Choose your own adventure. Wow. And so
that's kind of like the never-ending story.
Possibly.
Remember that movie back from the 90s, The Never-Ending Story, about the boy who ends up going into the storybook?
Yeah. So that's so funny because honestly, what I wanted to call today's show was who do you want to be today, right? This is it's so funny how these.
All right, so let me go to the cards before we do any of this. Let me just show you what the cards are.
That was my choice. That was going to be my choice. Okay, so you sent me the card. Where did you send the cards to?
To you on Telegram.
On Telegram. Oh, I'm looking at something else on Telegram. So hold on, Terry. Don't get into the. Okay. I see. Okay, so I gotta download it. Let me get it. I'm gonna download it. Save as. And then I'm going to get out of here. I love how there's people that love us so much that they're so patient that they bear with me. But I'm going to tell you, I like it messy sometimes, you know. I do. Because I actually admire people that do it on the fly. And today, this is on the fly because I am tired from this weekend, and I had class today and I have class tomorrow, and I am kind of tired, y'all, but we're doing it, and we're doing it on the fly.
We're doing it on the fly.
Doing it on the fly. And we're still we're like the unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt or something.
Nope.
So, no, these are not the cards. Wait a minute. Whoa. Let's go back. Nope, that's not it. Gosh, I better be. Is this it?
Yeah.
Ah. Wait, is that what happened? I tried to adjust the page. That's what happened. Okay. Go. This is fun.
Yeah. There we go.
All right.
Okay. So just from a little bit of talking, the first card is enthusiasm, right? The second is presence, and the third is about generosity. But so it's, like when I pull these cards, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's about what are we bringing to the table? Like, are we going to be enthusiastic about things? Or is like, oh, I guess so. Like you're enthusiastic. You're dying. You're tired, right? But you're energized. You're here. You're doing it on the fly, but you're here, right? You've got the enthusiasm. And so many times, I think we go through life is like, oh, do I have to do this again? No. Bring yourself to it and just say, look, this is, and in the second card, present, is being in the present moment. We are here. So, and then the third one is generosity. Let's put everything in what we have, even though we may feel like really dragged out and everything. But you know what? All we have, this is a point of power, is this present moment. Bring it on. Bring in your enthusiasm. Like, yes, you can choose to be, okay, if I have to. Or you can say, yes, I'm going to do this right now. And as soon as you bring that enthusiastic part, it automatically raises your vibration and puts you in that place of power, which is the present moment. And then you can be that more generous and magnanimous personality that's there, because we've brought that enthusiasm in, and that brings it in. So it's pushing us in that positive direction when we approach something enthusiastically, because put a smile on your face. As soon as you put a smile on your face, you're engaging all kinds of extra neurons and activity, and it's bringing your endorphins up. You're making yourself happy by smiling and by being enthusiastic, compared to, oh, do I have to do this again? I don't want to do this. You say, yes, I'm going to do this. And just go for it. And so that's the message that the cards had today. So, Erica, your turn.
Totally. Who do you want to be today?
Exactly. Like, how many times do people get out of bed? Oh, leave me alone. Like, get out of bed and just like say to yourself, today I'm going to be a little bit more positive or enthusiastic, instead of looking at, oh, I got these bags under my eyes. And you say, thank goodness I can see.
Oh, that's wild.
Well, I'm just using that as a wild.
No. I'm just saying it is definitely true. It's definitely real.
Yeah, like generosity, but also gratitude, and just like we can look at all the negative aspects, but turn it around and find that positive, find some enthusiasm within yourself. And sometimes, hey, sometimes you got to fake it until you make it. And then by doing that, it's no longer faking it. You're just automatically there.
Definitely true. Definitely true. That is, yeah. What can I say? There's nothing else to say. And so, there's parts of yourself that you really cannot escape. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking about. It's when do you want to face it? Do you want to face it today or, next week, next month? But
and maybe there's
parts of yourself that are designed to be expressed, but it's up to you. You're not comfortable today, but it's not going away. I can just see parts of myself that are they're not going to go away because it is fundamentally, it's who I am.
Yeah. And, you will, but I think that if you put yourself out there in a positive place, then you will get to a place where you'll be able to deal with things from a different perspective. Instead of viewing things from the bottom floor, you can now view it from a higher perspective and see something. When you're at the bottom, you're just feeling the weight on you. If you climb yourself up, and this is what this does, is it climbs you up. And instead of being in the basement, you can be at ground level, or you can go to that higher place.
Stay out of the basement, y'all.
From a different perspective, and say,
definitely is a separation
from that view before. I'm always seeing it this way because you're pulled down, right? Climb up the stairs a little bit.
Well, great.
Staying at the bottom.
So I'm going to do the astrological forecast for the 3rd, which is today is
it's a portal, March 3rd.
Or the 3rd, 3-3. And so for this week, it ushers in a significant astrological event, including Mercury's shift into Aries and the onset of Venus retrograde, influencing communication, relationships, and personal introspection. Here's to the day-by-day breakdown. Okay, so today is March 3rd. You're going to get this a day late, but on the 3rd, Mercury enters Aries. The energy shifts from Mercury into Aries, promoting a direct and assertive communication. Implications: it enhances the mental clarity and quick decision-making, potential for impulsive speech, and mindfulness is advised. Who will feel this most? Aries, Gemini, Virgo, and Libra. Now, Tuesday on the 4th, so this is today when you guys get this. It is Grounded Progress is the title. The lunar influence, the moon transits through Taurus. It encourages practicality and stability. The implications: focus on tangible results and steady progress. It's a good day for financial planning and appreciating life's simple pleasures. Who feels this the most? Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Now, tomorrow, Wednesday, the 5th, is time for deep conversations. Planetary aspects: Mercury is textile in Pluto, and it fosters a profound, transformative dialogue. The implications are there's opportunities for uncovering hidden truths and gaining insights. Ideal research times and therapy sessions and heart-to-heart talks. Who feels this the most? Scorpio, Capricorn, and Gemini. Now, Thursday on the 6th, it's the first quarter moon and it's in Gemini. It's the lunar phase of the first quarter moon, and Gemini stimulates curiosity and adaptability. It encourages brainstorming and exploring new ideas. The potential for restlessness: channel energy into learning and social activities. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Feels it the most? Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Ooh, I'm looking forward to Thursday to see what that's all about. Anyway, Friday, the 7th, is harmonious connections, planetary aspects. Venus is sextile in Saturn, which strengthens commitments and fosters reliable partnerships. It's favorable for solidarity in relationships and making long term plans. Emphasis on loyalty, responsibility, and mutual support. Who feels this the most? Libra, Taurus, Capricorn, and Aquarius. And finally, it's the weekend. And on March 8th, it's a huge dynamic energy, planetary aspects. The sun is trine in March, confidence, and encourages proactivity, proactive behavior. So increase your vitality and motivation to tackle challenges. Excellent day for physical activities and initiating new projects. Who's going to feel it the most? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And on Sunday, the 9th, we're going to go into the weekend so that we're not late with giving you the weather next time. So, the Sunday the 9th is a day for intuitive insights. So, the lunar influence has the moon in Cancer, heightening your emotions and sensitivity and intuition. So I would not be surprised if on Sunday you start having some really good dreams, or in the middle of having a conversation, you have a lot of aha moments. And it's going to be a time to nurture yourself and connect with family, reflect on your mood, trust your gut feelings. And who's going to be feeling that the most? Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So you're going to watch out for your Pisces and Scorpio friends. All right. And finally, on Monday, the 10th of March, is the day for creative expression. The planetary aspect is conjunct in Venus, retrograde in Aries, which sparks artistic endeavors, reevaluation for personal value. So Monday is going to be a busy day. So you're going to have a little bit of revisiting the past and creative projects, and or relationships for deeper understanding. So
Mm-hmm.
revisiting old relationships and thinking things over, maybe correcting or getting to the point where you things maybe you didn't say but you should have said, and revisiting old projects, things that's been on your to-do list. So probably take your to-do list out on Sunday night so you can get ready for Monday. There is a potential for misunderstandings, so make sure you practice patience and communication. Who's going to feel it most is the Taurus and Libra. But I'm going to say this: every day there's a potential for miscommunication.
Mm.
So I guess we've always learned to be what? Slow to speak,
Yeah.
right? No, and slow to speak and slow to anger.
Yeah.
And I find that asking more questions instead of making so many statements, asking questions is a better route to go. It's better to get information about why people feel the way they feel or think the way they do, so that you actually understand what you're being involved in
Yeah.
as far as communication. But the overall collective energy, communication with Mercury's and Aries, expect more direct and assertive exchanges. So even when other people are being assertive, if you can step back,
Yep.
be present with yourself, like the card said, but if you're present of mind, people won't catch you off guard.
Well,
You don't become reactive, right?
yeah, that we're not triggered, right? And
Yeah.
we're going to be triggered like just what's happening in the world, because you know, whatever you think, there's a bunch of other people who think the opposite, and you're going to butt heads with it, and you know, so be slow to anger, take that step back, and just say, like if you were going to step back, what's the flow here? You're never going to change somebody else's mind, and you're never going to wake anyone up. So, but do you want to engage in conflict, or do you want to just sort of step back and say, they're triggering me. How do I step out of it and not take part in being triggered? And it's a challenging thing, but we're all going to be we are facing this now, because people are on opposite ends of each other, and they want to think that they're right.
And you might be right.
You might be right, absolutely,
but that's not necessarily the most important thing.
And you're not going to convince somebody. Right. You're not going to convince somebody to see the truth if they're not looking in that direction. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say, even be careful with that, because you're saying see the truth. I'm going to say see your perspective.
Perspective, yeah.
Because you could both actually be right. But a lot of times, I think when conversations, people focus on being right, and you can be right or you can be alone.
Yeah.
Or you can be right and you can be alone. There it is, because I mean, is that really your bottom line? Is being right and, stepping on everyone else?
And being right is based on who you are, right? And it's like within a relationship, I can say I'm right, and he'll say he's right, and you're probably both right, because this is your life. It's your life. It's your perspective on it. So to say that you're wrong, it means that that I'm living in my truth, and your truth isn't my truth. So,
and it could just be because of the day. But so you're right. Relationships. So with relationships, Venus retrograde invites reflection on personal connections and values, initiatives. The sun being in Mars trine provides a boost for starting new ventures. Signs most affected, we discussed them. Aries and Libra, watch out for the navigation and balance between assertiveness and harmony in your relationships. For Taurus and Scorpio, reassess your financial matters and shared resources. For Gemini and Sagittarius, embrace adaptability and open-mindedness in the face of change. So it looks like an interesting week. This is something I'm going to have to look at a couple of times. We got to get our Libra stuff together, girl.
We do.
Our Libra stuff together. I got to look at this one more time. Like, okay, Libra, what did you say?
We got a loaded week.
Yeah. Let me see. Where did you say the Libra? Okay. Okay, Aries and Libra. So for us, it's going to be balance between self-assertion and harmony. So that was fun.
Yeah.
It's Monday night. I'm ready for bed. And
so this will air tomorrow. I'm not sure when we're doing an interview on
Wednesday.
So you can do it live.
7. Let me check it out. So this is with Patricia.
Yes. On Feng Shui, right?
On Feng Shui. Oh my goodness. It's not here. It's on StreamYard. Let's see. This is going to be fun because we're going to talk about the year of the dragon.
Or the snake.
Oh, the year of the snake. But so exiting the year of the dragon into the year of the snake. And we're going to have Patricia. And it's going to be talking about a lot about change. So she and I have even discussed it with when it comes to Feng Shui, there's 9 squares that covers your home, but even on the vision board, it's the same 9 squares. So we're going to discuss how this snake is going to move into the spaces of those 9 squares. Isn't it perfect? Like, because it goes like this, right? And so how the snake is going to move its way to change all 9 areas of your life. What the opportunities are going to be, what the lessons will be, how prosperity and abundance affects it all, embracing change and transformation, and the 12 zodiac animals. So it's going to be fun because I love feng shui. I have several books on feng shui. And
what animal are you?
Girl, you know I'm a tiger.
Oh, that's why we get along so well. I'm a horse.
Yeah, I'm a tiger.
Tigers and horses and dogs.
Yeah. So, but no matter how much I learn about feng shui, I'm always open to find another little tidbit about it. So I hope you all have a great day. Terry will be in the Women of the Stars group chat to do readings
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. And have a great week, everyone. Yeah. And hopefully you'll be back on Wednesday.
Yeah. What time? At what time? 6 Eastern?
6:30.
Oh, 6:30 Eastern. Okay.
6:30 Eastern. I think that's what we wrote.
I don't have my calendar in front of me.
That's what we wrote. 6:30 Eastern. So on Wednesday. So everybody have a great day.
Everybody have a great day.
I'm keeping my eyes open. And we'll play some music. We're gonna play some funky music to lead out.
All right.
I like this
Get
song.
a flute out.
Get flued out, y'all.